Alright guys, this is the first video on the Droba channel. I'm going to be showing you guys how to sand and prime your 3D prints. I will specifically be focusing on cosplay type prints for this channel. Being the first video, the quality is not that great. That's to be expected. I don't have a dedicated mic. I need to buy one of those soon. And the editing is, it's iffy, but I tried my best to show you guys what I know about sanding and priming the prints. This is my first print, but I had worked on cars for a few years and kind of applied the same techniques to that. In my next video in this series, I will be showing you how to paint the mask. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Let's get to the video. We're going to be sanding and trying to paint this Oni mask that I designed a while back for the 3D prints. You can look here, little piece busted off. We're gonna try to repair that after we get done sanded. I'm gonna be using 320 grit to sand this. I'm gonna be using this for a mask. I know that's not probably gonna do shit, but it's the best I got right now. Definitely would suggest using a painter's mask or just any sort of mask that's gonna do a better job than this. But yeah guys, let's get to it. Camera died, so I couldn't show you the rest of the sanding, but I'm just going to show you what I do for the filling and sanding for like the layer lines. Just get a little more smooth before I prime it. But yeah guys, the sanding was the same thing throughout the whole mask, so I'm sure you get the idea. But here's what we're left with. I did use wood filler, plastic wood filler, to fill in some of these gaps, especially on the top here. But yeah, let me show you what that looks like real quick. So I get some of this plastic wood filler. And you know, you probably should be using a glove, but you know, I'm just kind of winging it right now. But I take a little bit on my finger. I got a little bit right up top here. That's kind of where the top of the print was for the top of the head. So I'm just gonna smooth some in just like that. You don't need a lot, just enough to smudge it, because this is not, a lot of this stuff is getting covered up with the primer as well. I just want to get it as close as I can to smooth before the primer. It makes my job a little bit easier then, especially when you're going to be spraying like the whole mask and you really don't want to be sanding that as many times as you would be with the wood filler. I did super glue this as well. The horn, it's been sitting for like a while now, so it is solid. I am going to put a little bit of wood filler over it just to cover some of the gap that was left when I glued it. But yeah, we're just going to get the top of this figured out. Everywhere else I did do the wood filler and it's already smooth. This is just the worst part, so we're going to do one more layer and then we're going to sand it in about maybe an hour. stuff works really good. I heard using acetone mixed with like 2 parts wood filler and 1 part like acetone works really well. I'm a little worried about that because I don't know how that's gonna react with the PLA. I've heard it's fine, but I just figured I'd try out just wood filler for now, see if it works, and it seems to work. Also, you're definitely gonna want to use gloves if you're using acetone, and you're definitely want like a legit like painter's mask if you use that. You do not want to be inhaling that. But you're more than welcome to try that. Look it up for yourselves. I'm not an expert. This is my first run on a 3D print. And try to check for anything else here. Got these little spots. I'm going a little bit overboard, but I wanted to show you guys what I did while my camera was dead. Not everything's gonna be perfect. This is a pretty intricate mask, especially in order like teeth and all that. It's almost impossible to get in there with the sand, so I'm hoping some of the primer takes care of that. And yeah, we're just gonna see how it comes out. I am gonna link my my Colts 3D account, and you guys are gonna be able to pick this up as well if you'd like. I should have my things up and running here in the next week or so, and I'm gonna do a subscription for that, so you guys will be able to get all my prints. This is just the first one. I figured once I get like 3 or 4 going, I'll kind of bundle everything in a subscription if you guys are interested. I did sculpt this in Nomad for the iPad. I love that program. It worked extremely well for this. And let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm primarily going to be sticking to like masks and helmets. Probably not anything copyrighted. So if you guys have an idea, you know, you want to see another Oni mask, something like that, let me know. All right. If you guys are gonna print this, I suggest Orca Slicer. I tried Creality Slicer, and it was just a little too I don't know how to explain it. It was just not a little wonky. I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to. Orca Slicer works amazing. Sorry, Creality, but you need to fix your slicer. I guess if you wanted to slice things on the go or whatever, sure, but it's not running very smooth. All right, there we go. I'm gonna let this dry, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys. Looks like that filler is already dry, so we're gonna sand that off real quick. I've been using a Scotch-Brite pad. It seems to work perfect for the wood filler. It's not as strong as like body filler for automotive, so ends up working perfect for that. I'm gonna be scuffing up the horn here with the super glue and putting a little bit of wood filler on that. Hopefully that holds. Otherwise, we're gonna have to figure something else out. But hopefully we don't have to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna scuff that off real quick and put another layer on there. Yeah, that's coming off really nice. I'd say that it's almost good for prime. Probably do one more little layer and then we should be good. Let's see here. I'm gonna scuff up this a little bit. You guys can see that's the horn that was damaged here. Can't really even tell, but let's see how this holds up. There's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm gonna try to fill that with the wood filler. Sand this just a hair. All right. All right, guys. It's been a few days since I sanded and filled this mask. It's been raining. I don't have a place to paint this inside or prime, I mean. So I've had to wait. It's nice out today, so I'm gonna prime it up. I'm just using a rattle can here, sandable primer. I mean, any primer is gonna work, but you know, figured I'd get the sandable one. I'm gonna end up painting it with acrylic and an airbrush, possibly painting on some of the stuff, especially for the teeth here. But let's look here. We got a little cardboard box I just cut up. We're gonna prime it just like that. We're gonna prime the back first. Once that dries, I'm gonna flip it over, prime that. It should be pretty easy. Make sure you shake this can up for like a good minute or two. You want that nice and mixed up. All right, I am going to clean this off. I'm gonna use a little bit of Windex. Degreaser would be perfect. I'm not sure that's gonna react with the PLA. I'm sure that would be fine. I just don't have any on me right now, so I'm just gonna spray a little bit of Windex on a towel here and wipe it down. After that, I'm going to use a tack cloth. I'm not sure where that went. Gotta find that. Okay. Let's just use Windex first. Let's get this down. Alright, we got the towel here. Spray a little bit of Windex. Just gonna wipe it down. I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect, you know, this isn't a car. We're not even gonna be getting some mirror finish on here, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to get any of the leftover dust and stuff off of there. You can use an air duster, or if you have an airline, you can blow off the dust first. I already did that before I started this here. Yeah, guys, we're just gonna wipe it down just like this. Spray a little bit more on there. There we go. Get to the inside here. Now the inside, I didn't really sand too much. It's not gonna be showing, so I just got it scuffed up enough to hold some primer on there so make it stick. My primary focus was on the outside, obviously. Alright, that should be good. Here is the tack cloth. You can find these at Walmart, hardware store, even like auto parts store. Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's kind of sticky. This helps to get any remaining like dust or particles off of here, anything that might be sticking. Like I said, we're not going for like a mirror finish here. Like I said, I'm gonna be painting this with like acrylic and mostly airbrushing it, but I might be painting it on, so it's not even gonna have like that finish anyway. But I will be using this again after I'm done priming. I'll show you later on. All right, there we go. All right, guys, we are priming it. You can see here, that's a terrible angle. Hold on, let me see if I can turn it around here. All right, we're going to be priming it now. You're going to want to start with your edges, and that way you can just get the inside nice. That way you're not spraying a shitload in here. So we're going to be doing this just kind of nice on and off, on and off. Get these edges out. Now we're going to do the teeth. You don't want to get too much on there, you know. It is primer, so it's not going to be like a big of a problem if you were to paint this. But here we go. We're going to fill in the rest of this here. Let that sit for a second. Let it tack up, and then we'll do another layer. Alright guys, the bottom is dried just enough so we can get the top here. So we're going to be doing that real quick. We did have a little bit of pooling on the back side, so you know, it is what it is, but sand it down, whatever. Alright, let's get this top side done. The primer is dried. Let me show you real quick. This is how it came out. And then we're just gonna sand it with some, let me find it, some 320 grit, and then we should be ready to paint. All right, let's do it. All right, we got that all scuffed up and sanded. I'm gonna go wipe that off, use the tack cloth on it, and then we should be ready to paint. And this is the final product, just so y'all can see. Alright, that was how to sand and prime your 3D prints. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to show you everything that I knew about it, being my first print. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, where I'll show you guys how to paint your 3D prints and your cosplay pieces. Peace.